Hello, Brave Awakened Ones. QV here. Thank you for joining me on my channel, Higher Realm Holistics. You can visit my website, higherrealmholistics.com, if you're interested in purchasing my books, webinars, merch, Lady V's teas, and spiritual counseling guidance sessions for light workers. Thank you. Namaste. Good day, Brave Awakened Ones. QV here. It is the 9th of January 2021, early morning, so grand rising if you're on the East Coast along with me. I'm putting out this message and this prayer so we can come into agreement, because where one or two or more gather, right? I had actually put this out on the 5th of January 2021. I put it out on my community page. It was immediately taken down by this platform. Immediately. So I was like, okay, they're not going to let me post it, so why bother? But early this morning, I had a nice 2-hour-long conversation with my bestie for all lifetimes. And she told me of the vision that she received of this lion face that looked like this. She said she saw the eye and the nose and part of the mouth, and she knew it was a lion, and it just came over her, and she heard the words Lion of Judah rising. And was just telling her, I said, the Lion of Judah is rising, so we don't have to worry. And she's like, what did you just say? She goes, I had that vision 2 days ago of this lion face coming out of nowhere. She goes, I'm not you. I don't have these visions because I block them. She goes, but it came so strong and it gave me such hope and I felt such power. And I was like, yes, the Lion of Judah, the tribe of Judah is rising to full power. And the prayer that came with it when that happened to me on the 5th of this month was, may those of righteous hearts prevail and rise victorious over the children of darkness. I went and I said it 17 times with my Sri Yantra that day, and I've been saying it ever since. And I was told to share it that day, but again, it was blocked. The minute I put it up, I don't even think anybody got a chance to see it. It was gone that quick. So I'm being watched closely, and I was told that this little prayer is going to bind us together in agreement. All those who are not falling away, and understand we are of the tribe of Judah. Yeshua is the Lion of Judah. And we are part of that tribe. We have embodied the Christos energy, the Christos light. So we are the Lions of Judah, and we are rising. We have risen to full power. And I had mentioned, was it last week's video before that, one of the V-proofs, NRVs, when it comes to the current VP, the Judas Iscariot VP. I said the 10th going into the 11th is the turning point. It is the turning point. It is a sharp turning point. That means tomorrow, Sunday, into Monday. And I received that message 2 weeks ago, actually. So that's the sharp turning point. I didn't put it together with what's going on. I'm like, okay. And I was shown it's for the macro and the micro. So I was like more focusing on myself, to be honest with you. I was like, okay, whatever's going to play out in the macro is going to play out in the macro. But then it came together with this rise to full power of the tribe of Judah, which are the Christed ones, which includes our current POTUS. So sharp turn is about to be made. So again, I will type this in the description below. Let's see if this video stays up. May those of righteous heart prevail and rise victorious over the children of darkness. May those of righteous heart prevail and rise victorious over the children of darkness. May those of righteous heart rise and prevail over the children of darkness. May those of righteous heart prevail and rise victorious over the children of darkness. So I'll type that prayer, meditation, mantra, whatever you want to call it, in the description. Also, I want to share this. I'm not going to read it out loud. You guys could read it. Freeze frame, read it. It's from George News. So early this morning, but they did edit it. Because before it said from the White House. They took that part out. I should have did a screenshot, but I was half asleep. So freeze frame, read this, right? Make of it what you will. They said it's a statement from POTUS. Okay? Now I want to share this verse with you. 5:5, Revelation 5:5. And one of the elders said to me, stop weeping. Behold, the Lion that is from the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has overcome, so as to open the book and its 7 seals. So this is it. This is the beginning, y'all. Okay? And what else was I going to say? And I'm sure I was shown many people received this vision. Many people over the past week have received this vision of the lion coming, seeing the lion face. That energy sweeping, because it was like this gusting wind that woke me up, and I was like I lost my breath and woke up, and I saw it, the face right in my face, and I heard the tribe of Judah, the Lion of Judah, is rising. And then I've shown those dates again, the turnaround point, the sharp turn. What else did I want to say? Yeah, I guess that's it. So take heart, everyone. All right, gird your loins. And yeah, we got this. We got this. It is done, which is why they did another great purge in the Twitter sphere. I was ahead of the game, I suppose. Yeah, well, since they knocked me out a while ago. But yeah, everyone's gone off of there. So they have to. They want to silence this as much as possible. Oh yeah, I did have a serious breakdown because yesterday at work, I worked trauma 1. Anesthesia was beyond intense. I didn't get home till after 11 p.m. So my back is breaking right now. It was a treacherous, long-ass shift. A lot of crazy things going on. And this young nurse, who's a travel nurse, making $6,000 a week to be a travel nurse in our department, was so gleeful and was hoping for the actual execution of POTUS. Was talking, she was African American, talking about how, racisms and the oppressionisms and all that kind of nonsense, making $6,000 a week. She was helping me transport one of my peds patients after, we rescued the girl. And she was like, look at this, all happy and proud to show me. Now, I knew she was one of them BLM tards from the beginning since I met her for the past month. I've only been in that department for 4 weeks. She's been there for 3 months, and yesterday was her last day. And she's like, oh my God, I can't wait. All those racists who are part of his blah, blah, who follow him, da, 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 da. And she's saying this to me right after she told me that she was so glad she met me, how I was the coolest nurse that she's ever met, and she'll come back and visit me, and that how awesome I am, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, thank you. I think you're awesome too, which she is. She's a very nice, delightful girl. As ignorant as she is, as asleep as she is, still a very good-hearted girl, amazing nurse. She's in her 20s. And I said, you know what? I'm one of those. I support him. She immediately freaked out, threw the stretcher at me because it was an empty stretcher we were taking back to our department after we dropped off the patient. I said, oh, no, you're not. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I said, you're a hypocrite. And it stopped her in her tracks. I was like, she's like, I'm not. You guys are. You're a whole bunch of racists. I said, really? I said, it wasn't any white folks that broke into my building and looted it. It's not them causing me to be at the verge of losing my business, and hundreds, over 240 people in that building who 75%, and I checked, are immigrant Caribbean people in that building in a minority neighborhood. The rest are Jewish. The owner is Jewish, and the owners are Jewish and Caribbean, Haitian. The manager is a Jewish lady. I said, she's the one who, by the way, is a white Jew who's putting aside me owing rent. I'm not even paying rent because she says that she believes in me. She dropped off of my office. I had a, today? I had a Monday night class, and she came by. Yeah, Monday. Today is what? Friday? No, Wednesday. Wednesday night class. I had a Wednesday night evening class that I usually have, and she dropped by to tell me how much she believed in me and how we're going to work things out, to not worry. She just texted me this morning. I said, she literally just texted me this morning. I kid you not, like 5 minutes before I started this video, that she'll talk to me on Monday and we're going to work something out. So don't worry about it. To don't fret, blah, blah. And I said, you know what? Are those people, the BLMs, who made $3 billion in 2020, are they supporting blacks? Does my Black Lives Matter? Those 240 people, do their Black Lives Matter? All these business people, these professionals work their asses off? Then I explained to her my family history, the execution of my grandfather and my uncle, my dad's twin brother, by the Castro regime. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. But that's oppression. It's different from I went through. I've experienced, you saw just now, that was racism. I said, really? Try having the word Nigger written all over your locker and all over your desk. Because I grew up in an Italian neighborhood, and they're extraordinarily racist in New York. A lot of them, even though my BFF for life is Italian. She was there. That's how she befriended me and my sisters, because she's like, I'm not like them. Please don't think I'm like them. And I was in the 2nd grade, and she was in the 4th grade. Okay? So she stood up against all people that look like her, including her own father, who loves me now. I'm the next best thing to sliced bread, according to him. You know, have been for a while, but she wasn't even allowed to be seen with us because of her dad. But she stood up against it. You know, she was so, oh God, I love her so much. She's so powerful, and she follows me. So I love you, honey. I already told you this morning how much I love you. So she was in shock. When I left, she was just sitting at the desk, shook, because we had a nice conversation for a good 15 minutes, and I broke down. I cried so hard. I did. And she was like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, I know it's just, you have all this frustration built up, and yeah, it's your business. I'm so sorry about your business, and I know it's not about me. I said, no, it is you. I said, you just triggered me. Your ignorance triggered me, and I needed it. I shouldn't have yelled in the hallway of Pete's. That I should not have done, and I apologize for the embarrassment of that, because security actually came. Yes, security came, people. And she was in shock. I was like, you tell me how you're oppressed making $6,000 a week. You tell me, are you oppressed? And she goes, no. I was like, oh, okay, so I thought you were being oppressed. I thought racism is holding you down. I said, and what reparations do I owe you? Do I owe you and other African Americans reparations? Well, no, because you were oppressed. I was like, yes, I was oppressed by people who look like me. And I told her how my mother came here with $500 and a 6th grade education. And she was a housekeeper at some wealthy family, Caucasian white woman who just lost her husband, house. And my mother went there to go help take care of the house and the kids. Who encouraged my mom to go to school and pay for her school? But that Caucasian woman, that white woman. Okay? So I told her, miss me with that. I said, my mother is where she is. Bought 2 houses in New York, a house in Georgia, was traveling the world before the whole Rona thing. Brought in 15 family members after her dad being assassinated, shot in the head, point blank, assassinated. by Castro's people. You tell me you know oppression? Child, I went off on her. She's like, well, you have the motivation. That's why. I said, and so do you. And so do billions of black people. So miss me with this nonsense. So I taught that girl a bit of a lesson. Her last day, and my friend was like, I guess that's why she had to be on the same shift as you. That's why you were there, to straighten her ass out, because she just sat there with tears in her eyes, frozen at the desk once we got back to, the PACU area. So that's what's going on. So, Lions of Judah, those of us who have the tribe of Judah, the Christed ones, we have reached the pinnacle. Okay? Turning point is coming up. It's right there. We're at the door. It is here. Yes, it's going to look mighty ugly, but we know why it looks that way. Again, you have to lance the boil and clean it out. Let all the garbage out. So all the garbage is going to come flowing out. And it had to play out this way because we had to shed light on all of those who were in the dark. Even though I was calling out their names since early 2020, y'all know who I'm talking about. McConnell and Graham, Pence, I called all of them out. I pulled my neck out there. So you have those NRVs to show you that I'm not just blowing smoke up your ass, okay? In the New York way of putting it. I don't know how else to put it. I'm not blowing smoke up your asses. So, rise. Lions of Judah, rise. Here we are. And it gave my BFF so much strength, because she does have fear once in a while. And she was like, wow, so that was a real vision. I said, yes, it's that powerful that you couldn't even block it, because some light workers block it because it's too much for them. So she couldn't even block that vision, because she is of the tribe. She is a light worker. She is a light warrior, no matter how much she is scared of it. So even if it didn't come to you guys, I know there's going to be people out there, oh my God, I didn't see it. Especially if you're a first waver, a forerunner, you could even be a third waver. But the majority who are going to receive this are in the forefront, because we're leading the pack. We're in the forefront. All right? So may those of righteous heart prevail and rise victorious over the children of darkness. So mote it be.